Welcome back, folks, to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This episode of the show, and every episode of the show in 2020, is sponsored by our friends at Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby. That's KeystoneTech.com. Light made easy, Greggy.
That's right, and they have new color selectable. A lot of fixtures are coming out that are going to make it easy, so you can narrow down your stock some. Have a little switch and change the color rather than having multiple fixtures. There you go, making it easy. Mike,
yo,
we're in sales, right? Both of us are. We're out there in the field trying to get after it, selling lighting retrofits for the most part. So this is going to be geared towards a lighting retrofit, but I think it can be geared towards lighting in general. I want to explain to you, and I don't mean to always number these, but I just come up with numbering systems on kind of my order. You've said I'm orderly before. Is a perfect sale. If you're going to have a perfect sale in a lighting retrofit, what would that look like? I'm going to tell you what it looked like for me.
You tell me what you,
and then you tell me yours.
Okay, fine.
So, perfect sale. Number one is that the customer has a genuine interest in doing it, first of all. Mm-hmm. Like they really want to do something, okay? I'm not forcing them to do it, or I'm not saying you should do it. They are interested in doing it.
Sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
They trust in my recommendations and the understanding that the pricing is going to be fair. I'm not going to go out there and ungouge them. I just want to have a good, fair price and a good quality product based on my experience from being in lighting sales for 15 years. Trust me to tell you what I think is best for you.
Sure.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I got that down. I love it so far. Everything's happy. All right, now I got to go to the site and I got to go figure out what they have. So I need it to be easily accessible, and I want a map, ideally. If I could get a facility layout and every room was open, I didn't have to pull out a key and open doors. If every room was open, I could walk freely around. I prefer that too, is walking by myself, because you get talking and it gets distracting. But if you have that, then you can get everywhere. And then, ideally, if you have that, then you should be able to get an accurate count. I'd say I accurately count lighting retrofits 95% of the time, maybe 90%. It depends on the day. So never, very seldom 100%. There's always one or two that are off here and there.
In a decent sale, in a decent size sale, it's tough.
Yep, but I'm saying perfect. I want an accurate count. I don't want to have any mistakes after. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then no hidden surprises. We don't always dive into all the wiring in every fixture, the voltage of every fixture, or the fit or the size, things like that. You want to make sure that if one fixture has this look, the next fixture is going to act similarly or be the same. One area is not 480 volt in the lighting, and then the next area is 120. You want it to all be the same, so that when you specify what you're going to put in, it covers all that. And then as you're doing the audit, you have a scheduled proposal follow-up date. In person is best. If you can get up in front of them in person and do this proposal, that's what I prefer. So they say, yeah, hey, you're here today. Come back and, you have to understand how long the process is going to take you to put together a proposal. But let's say I know it's going to take me 3 days. I'm going to say I want to be back in 5 days. And let's schedule it right now while I'm here. We're going to put it in our calendar and we're going to do that. Okay? And then you go and you propose it. They agree in person. They give you all the signed documents you need. And if you have a down payment request or whatever, you get it at that time. Now, how often does that happen in my career? I don't know, maybe never. That all those have fit. But if I had to say perfect, that's what I would say perfect. What about you, Mike? What's a perfect sale?
I'm more interested in breaking down yours. I wrote them all down.
Okay.
I wrote them all down. Yeah. So if you think about it this way, number one, you want to have an interested client. You don't want to be over convincing people, right?
Right.
It's like if somebody's not interested, that's someone I don't want to talk to. It's like you need a little bit of curiosity in the beginning with the customer. And actually, you can cultivate that by being mysterious sometimes. Or you can, good salesmen have an air of mystery to them.
Sure.
You understand what I mean? It's like, what does this guy want to tell me? He's got a secret, or you know what I mean? It's like, what do you say? I got a good idea for you, man. This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That interest is so key in the beginning, because that's what you kind of, where you're going to go looking for what the person wants to buy.
Uh-huh.
right? That's where Greg Eric is adding all of his experience in talking to lots of people about lighting, and Michael Colligan does the same thing, because like, what does this guy actually want to buy? What's his PowerPoint? Where's his move? How can I push his buttons? Right? Like to get him to spring the wallet, right? So
That's right.
like that's that interest. You need something to work with in the beginning, right? On a personal level. The second thing is you want to establish trust, right? You want to establish yourself as an authority, right? And you know how you do that? The best way to do that is not with letters after your name. It's not by taking courses, but you should enroll in LS1 and LS2 and do our courses. You should do all that and have that little thing beside your name, lighting guy out there. But the best way to establish trust, the best way is to speak the truth. Tell them something they don't know that is true. And maybe just engage in a meaningful conversation about lighting or whatever you're selling. A meaningful conversation about your lighting and be very truthful with them. That is how you build trust with people. When you show them a little bit of vulnerability, you show them that it's not all about the sale. It's about doing it right. Which leads to your next point, which, and somewhere you talked about a fair price. Was that 3 or 4?
That was at the beginning that they,
okay.
I mean, I kind of lumped them all together, that they trust you and they know you're going to be fair in your pricing.
Right. So then you got to the easy access of the audit. Yeah, it's so beautiful when you just tell somebody, look, can I come at a certain time when I can really just walk around and spend some time with your lighting system and just look at how it works and see where there's maybe some areas to put controls and just spend some time in the facility and get to know it a little bit. And I need to be able to just walk around. I can't be on a guided tour. A guided tour, you're not going to get the best of me. No, that's what you're saying.
And it's pressurized, and they're like, all right, and they're talking to you in between, and you're like, no, I'm counting these, man. Give me my time.
Yeah. Let me just feel it out here because I may be able to reduce a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we get less fixtures, but we have more light, right? That saves you money. Give me some time with the space. So give me that easy access, and then I could find. Oh, you know what? I went into the. Do you guys use that mechanical room down there much? No one ever goes in there. Yeah, the lights were on.
Yeah.
When I went in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were on? Yeah, someone must have left the lights on. Oh, yeah, but you know what? You shouldn't get angry about that. Why? Well, look how much other automation you have here. Why don't you just automate your lighting too? Huh? Like that kind of stuff pops up when you have time in the space. And then, accurate. I mean, 100% is tough, but you know what, man? Count the lights. Get it right. Take the time. If you're going to be there, take the time to count everything properly.
Take pictures.
Whatever you got to do to get it right. Just get it right. Take your time to get it right. This next thing, schedule. Yes. When you're sitting there and you've talked to the guy, you've been honest with him, you've built that trust in the relationship, you've established it. Then you say, okay, you know what? How's your schedule next week? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to come back and we're going to go over the results of the analysis that I've done with you. Oh, let me see. Let's just do it right now. You send him an invite right there on the spot. Boom. Mm-hmm. Now you're meeting next week. Now you have a deadline, so you can't procrastinate. You got to go back and do the proposal right away because some of these proposals take a long time to do, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a pain in the butt. I hate doing them, but you put a date, you're going to do it. Now he knows you're coming. You know you're coming, whatever. You go see him. In that meeting, you start talking price. That's where you're wheeling and dealing a little bit. You give your proposal. You've sold them on everything and the rebates and the energy savings and whatever, right? Then you're talking price. And you know what? I think it's a strategically bad idea to go in at the lowest price.
Yeah.
I think that's a bad idea. It doesn't give you any room to negotiate. It doesn't let you throw anything on the table that maybe he might want. Like maybe longer terms or something, or she might want longer terms, maybe, whatever. And then you shake hands on it right there and you close a deal. That's beautiful.
It is. So I think, what you just need to do is not all, or maybe not any of these sales you're ever going to do are going to be perfect. But if you have your idea of perfect, at least you can strive for it and push for it and try to get it there. So then you can sell it. Make it perfect. Try.
Yeah, I didn't need to lay out mine. You hit the nail on the head, my man.
All right.
Folks, This has been the Lighthead Online Video Show. It's sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby. Light made easy. Retrofit Kings.